Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on your purchase of your Jayco Whitehawk 28 DSBH travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, and get the best out of your camping experience. Let's start by talking about arriving at the campsite. A couple things to take into consideration when parking. On your campsite, you need plenty of room for this big awning to come in and out. Over on your off campsite, of course, leave room for your slide. You got a pretty deep slide there. Leave plenty of room for that to come in and out, and then leave yourself a nice walking path, because the next thing I need you to think about is where your power and water connections are going to be. Both of them are going to be all the way at the rear on your driver's side of your tow vehicle, off camp side, camp water connection, and power right there behind your tires. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. Once you arrive and unhook your hitch, first thing you do is level your unit. Unit comes with power tongue jack, night docking light should you arrive at night. Simply raise or lower the unit to your level. If you have a hand crank, manual hand crank, override right up underneath this rubber stopper here, so you can get this up and down should you lose power. Speaking of power, check your battery posts when you arrive. Make sure those haven't wiggled loose going down the road. Once we got our unit level, next thing we do is stabilize it. All four corners of the unit have these stabilizing jacks. 3/4 inch hand crank. Run these down. As I do, I'm going to tell you, you can use stabilizing jack pads. I recommend them. They're going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt and debris and hot blacktop in the summer. Better distribute the weight. Get your 4-pack of those with your 10% off coupon. You can use an impact driver or drill gun to run these down. But when you get to the bottom, make sure you slow down, because all you want to do is make these taut. Once you have any type of resistance on your hand crank right here, that's when you know you want to stop. Because remember, our unit's already level, we just want to stabilize it. Go ahead and run all four of those down. Once you got your unit level and stable, we can hook up our power and water. Again, all the way at the rear of your off campsite, it's going to be your big long 30 amp cord, which stores inside. Really convenient. You can just pull it out or shove it back up in here. At the end of that 30 amp service, should you need to plug in at home, there's a 30 to 110 adapter that comes in your convenience pack. Got our power hooked up. Let's go ahead and hook up our water. Now at the campsites, we'll hook up to city water connection. First and foremost, your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting water in here or your black tank flush. Hook that up, hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Let's come around to the rear of the unit to your hot water heater. All we're doing at this point, folks, making sure our drain plug's back in there. Get that in there nice and snug, and then you can go ahead and turn that hose on. After the hose has been on for a little while, go inside. You can deploy the slide if you need to. We're already level and stable. And open up your water taps. Get all the air out of the lines. Once you got steady flow of water going through those, shut them off. That'll tell you that your hot water heater is full. Then you can go ahead and turn that on from indoors, and I'll show you where to do that when we go inside. Now let's say we're going to go camping and we're not going to use city water. We're going to go dry docking. In that case, let's find your potable water. So if we're going dry docking or boondocking, dry camping, whatever you want to call it, just to the left of your doorway is going to be your potable water or fresh water tank. Now, no need for a water pressure regulator here. Simply fill this up with a hose. 2 ways to tell when it's full. 1, there's an overflow valve right here. Or 2 on the inside where you check the level of your battery and black and gray tanks. There's also a freshwater button. Now once this is full, remove your hose. And then in order to utilize this water, you're going to want to turn on your water pump. Don't turn on your water pump when using city water. That's already pressurized. Alright, we're all set up with power and water. We're ready to camp. I'm going to go ahead and walk you around the rest of the outside of the unit, starting here on your camp side. Indoor storage here with a 110. Some lighting in here. Your awning. A couple outdoor speakers up here and a vent for your microwave. That is a vent and access panel to the back of your fridge. You have a clamp out here for a TV. You can mount that here and plug in the cable in 110. This is a flue for your furnace. 2 things on furnace. Make sure you never block this, and if you're running that, make sure you steer clear of it. It does get hot. Coming around to the back of your unit, your spare tire with a cover. Again, your hot water heater. Underneath your spare tire here will be your low point drain for the campsites, and a quick connect LP if you want to put a bumper grill on here. Here's where you plug in your cable at the campsite. Big back storage area. Here's where we dump our black and 2 gray tanks. Again, your city water connection. Your black tank flush, we'll talk about that when we do dump our tanks. You have a hot and cold outdoor shower. Again, your power. On your slide, the only thing I want to mention on these, to add to the life of your wipers here, seals, you want to keep them flexible and pliable. They have a fluid that you can actually spray on these in our store that will keep them nice and pliable. Really good investment. If we're dry docking, our low point drain, which will be easy accessible with our slide closed, is right there for your fresh water. On this side of your pass-through storage, you have an outdoor table that you can remove from here. Coming to the front of the unit again, your battery. Your propane is on a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. You see it's red. Open this up and turn it on. Shows you got your green for gas. That'll turn red when that tank is empty. There's a cover for your propane. And a quick connect here for a solar panel. You can plug in a solar panel there and it'll trickle charge your batteries. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look inside your unit. First thing I like to point out when coming into any unit is the fire extinguisher. Make sure that you and everyone that's camping with you knows that the fire extinguisher is located at the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Just to the right of that is going to be your 12-volt carbon monoxide propane detector. Now, the reason I mentioned that's 12 volt, it's always running off your battery. So I didn't see a battery disconnect on this unit. So if you are boondocking, dry camping somewhere, and you have nothing plugged in charging your battery, if you're going to be gone for the day, disconnect your positive battery post to keep this from running your battery down while you're gone. 110 here. And coming up here are your key holders here. Access panel. Up here's your awning control. I just want to show you on your awning, when you run that out, you don't want to run that out until your flap falls down and you can see your silver bar. That will extend itself past that, and this is a fast awning, so keep an eye on it when you run it out. Make sure that you don't run it out further than you need to. See our awning lights up there. Shut them off. And a porch light. Oh, that's our interior lights. Let's close our handle here. To the right of that, you also have check your levels. Your brand new battery, your fresh water, that's the one I said you can hold down to tell when your potable water's full. Your black and 2 gray tanks, keep an eye on them and dump accordingly. Your water pump for when you're using potable. Water heater if you're hooked up to gas. Water heater if you're hooked up to electric. It does depend. It's important that you choose the correct one. Your porch light. Down here is a remote, which when you turn it on, pin is set to all zeros. Go to lighting here, main slide, You can bring that slide in or out with this. Touch that button to go back, and you can also run your awning in and out with this. So that'll be right here. Continuing in the unit, coming around into the kitchen area, you have a self-explanatory microwave. Got a 110 up underneath here. More lighting. Lighting for your cooktop and a fan. On your top here, turn this to light. Hit your spark once your gas is turned on, that'll light. On the oven, you do have to push and light a pilot light in here. Down below your oven is an access panel to your breaker box and fuses. So you got a handful of 15s, a couple 20s. Highly recommend having those with you when you go camping. Coming over to your Norcold fridge. On at auto. Auto means when you're plugged in, you're running off electricity. As soon as you unplug, you're running off gas. Or you can strictly go to gas. 1 through 5 being the coldest over here. This will give you where your furnace heat comes out at. Coming into your bathroom. Just want to mention here is where your 110 with GFCI reset is at. Make sure to remember to lock your door. You have a hand crank open. Lighting or fan there. And lighting. Your bunk area all have their own individual lighting. Coming over to your thermostat. Turn on your AC. You hear that running? Switch your AC off, that shuts off quickly. Turn on our heat. Hear the heat running. Now when I shut the heat off, it's going to take a few minutes for the heat cycle fan to cycle through. Smoke alarm. Now your table, you can wiggle this up and remove those legs. Set your table right up on these legs here. Put your back cushions on top for another sleeping area. More lighting up here. Same here above your sofa. So I'll quickly show you how to turn that into a bed. Your back cushions are just velcroed on. Start in the middle. Lift up in the middle. Hold your legs out. Pull it towards you. Bring the back down. Just that quickly, you have another sleeping area. Reverse the process. Make sure you bring the back up first. Jackknife this back down. Return your cushions and just that quickly, you're back to the sofa. Going over here to your Furrion sound system. Now it's just outdoors. So outdoors, indoors, AM, FM, Bluetooth, DVD, CD player. This mirror here, lift up on this handle, swing this around. Must have to release it from the other side as well. Oh, yep, you have to open up both of your bedroom doors in order to swing your television outside. Just swing around here. Remote's down in your storage area here. Turn that on real quickly for you. I also want to mention, there's your TV working. So in the storage area where your cable goes in, there is a little button down here that will turn on this green light. That is a digital channel enhancer. What that's going to do is allow you to pick up more channels. So make sure that green light is on before you run your digital channel scan. We'll swing this back around to the bedroom. Again, make sure our doors are all the way closed. Actually, we'll leave that out there. Just gonna have to swing it up and lock that in. I hope if I turn some lights on. Here we go. In your bedroom area here. You can change your speakers indoors and outdoors here as well. Storage up underneath the bed with hydraulics that'll hold it up for you. For travel, make sure when you are traveling that you have both of these bedroom doors snap back. Our lighting off in here. Do have individual lighting underneath the bed as well. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite. So what I like to do is come here and shut off my interior lights here. And then I can walk around and see any individual lights I may have left on. Lighting's off in the bathroom. Once we walk through and shut off all of our lights, if it is dark, you can turn this light back on. Doors and drawers. Make sure all doors and drawers are closed. Nothing's going to impede your slide from coming in. Make sure our TV is secured. These drawers especially are closed. Or somebody's just going to put a slide in. As this comes in, you see the importance of having these doors closed and your television back in its locked position. Shut off our interior lights and exit the unit. As you come out, lock and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn your handle. We'll put up our steps. At this point, unhook our cable, our water, and our power. Bring up all of our stabilizing jacks. If we are at a campsite, we're going to get up underneath here, dump those low point drains. And if we're out boondocking, we'll dump this low point drain. There's our freshwater tank. Lastly, we're going to come back around to our hot water heater. Lift up on our pressure release valve. That's going to dump the remainder of your hot water out, like so. Make sure you push this handle back down, otherwise this won't close. And then you can pull your drain plug. Hook up your hitch and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, park accordingly. Your dump is going to be all the way at the rear of the unit on your off-camp side or your driver's side of your tow vehicle. 10-foot sewage hose comes in your convenience pack. Hook that up, and the first thing we're going to pull is that black holding tank. That's the one on the right. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, or someone inside holds down the black button and sees that it's empty, leave that black handle open, again with your water pressure regulator. Come up to this black tank flush, hook up the hose at the dump station, and let that water run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all that nastiness out of your black tank. Unhook that hose, close your black handle, pull your first gray handle, the one to the right. Once that sounds like it's empty, pull your second gray handle. Remember, them are cleaner waters, your sinks and your showers. That'll clean your sewage hose out for you. Close your last one, remove your hose, and conveniently and sanitarily store your sewage hose right here in your bumper. Again, we thank you guys so much for your purchase. Hope you enjoy this Whitehawk for many years to come. Happy camping.